Hi there, and thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of your Wheel and Anchor weekly newsletter. Today I'm wrapping up my journey around Corsica and Sardinia. I'm in the charming little town of Bosa on the northwest coast of Sardinia. You've probably never heard of it. It's actually touted to be one of the most beautiful towns in Italy. All the colored buildings up on the side of the hill, an amazing medieval castle up top. One of the many things that I've seen on this unexpectedly beautiful island, and a lot of us don't know much about Sardinia or Corsica. Of course, thousands and millions of Europeans flock here for its beaches, which are reputed to be some of the best in the Mediterranean. But I made my way here because I wanted to check it out as a potential live-away destination, and we're definitely going to be coming here likely in the spring of 2024 to explore beyond the amazing scenery, but some of the culture that you find in a place like this. And this is part of what we do at Wheel and Anchor. A lot of our members have joined us because they are looking for sort of off the beaten track type programs, and we certainly offer that. And when I come here, sometimes I've obviously done my legwork in advance, so I have an idea of what's available, but it's not until I sort of drive around and I talk to the locals and the wonderful guides that I have been able to find, and the owners of these guest houses and apartments that we're going to be staying in, that I really get to understand what all there is to offer. And so when I head off on one of these missions, I'm never too sure, is this going to be something that's going to be suitable for us or not? When I was discussing with my colleagues about the question of, do we ever not go to a place? And I had to scratch my head for a minute and think about any places that I visited where I wouldn't bring travelers. And I reported a couple of years ago that I had visited the tiny country of Brunei on the northern tip of Borneo, and it had always been on my bucket list to see what exactly is there and all the rest of it. And as interesting it is as a history, I sort of said to myself, well, actually, it's probably not the kind of place that most travelers would want to visit. It just doesn't. And so, that's one of those ones where it immediately got crossed off the list. But I can tell you that here in Corsica and Sardinia, the scenery is breathtaking. In fact, it's going to be set up as more of an active live-away program because I think that coming here, you really have to hike in the mountains along these amazing coastlines, overlooking these beaches that you think come right out of National Geographic, and they do in many cases. So that's what it's all about here. So look forward to that program that's going to be released probably early next year. And in the meantime, next week, please join us for our webinar, which is going to be on our most exciting new program, the Mekong River, a journey through Cambodia and Vietnam. I've managed to charter a ship for the end of next year. Very excited about this. If you haven't traveled through that part of Southeast Asia, it is magical. So join us for that webinar next week, and I look forward to catching up with you when I'm going to be visiting the next of our live-away destinations, Mauritius and Réunion in the southern Indian Ocean. Take care. We'll see you next week.